Hey guys, this is another update on the property. So about a month ago, my brother-in-law helped me to install a bunch of sod, and I'm going to talk to you about that and a couple of other things. See that pink tape? That's a property marking tape. So I went around the whole property, and on the trees that had the markings tape, which was the old tape on the bottom, I put the new tape on top, just so that I can understand where my boundaries are. On the right side of the property, it's a little bit harder to see because of all the trees that are in the way, but I did the whole right side and the back. So let me just talk about what's going on with the lawn. First of all, remember that topsoil in a previous video that had all the weeds? I put it right here for the time being, and of course all the weeds grew on it, and that's fine. We're going to take care of that later. But what I really want to talk about is the sod. Okay, so on the left-hand side of the property, this sod really grew nicely, and it's because of the direction of the sunlight. These trees provide good shade, and it's got just the right amount of shade and sun so that it's really grown nicely. So the sod on this side is really taking shape, and it's got some dead spots, but I'm really watering it to try to get it all to grow. But basically this left side sod is doing well. Side point, there's some more marking tape on the trees there. All right, so I'm going to take it to the other side. By the way, the flower beds are still doing pretty good. As far as the runoff from the ground, it's much better as far as being under control. But what I found out is that these gutters might be too small. So I have the option of either adding one more downspout on the inside corner, or I might just get bigger gutters. But that'll be another video. So as you can see, the flower bed is still holding up. The flowers in this bed are basically dying because of the scorching heat, but at least the flower bed soil is still in place. So this is all the sod on the right side of the property. And as you can see, a lot of it is looking brown. And actually, all of this was brown, but I've been watering it several times a day very aggressively, and it's coming up. The little grass is coming up, and even all the way over here where I thought this was not going to grow, the grass is actually growing. And seriously, it's been exciting to watch the grass grow. And one thing I want to show you in the grass, somewhere over here, well, I was going to show you mushrooms, but I think they all died. There was some mushrooms here this morning, but I think they're all gone. Oh, wait. No, yeah, they're dead. Never mind. Anyway, so behind these trees, my property extends about 30 feet on this side, roughly 30 feet. And you can see all the weeds and the brush. So what I did yesterday was in this area here, I cleared all the weeds and the brush. And I kept doing that towards the back. So at some point later, I'm not sure what I'm going to put here, but at some point later we'll do something here. But as you can see, I cleared all the weeds and the brush, and that took a lot of work. And over here, as part of the water drainage, there's like this little wall here to kind of direct the water. And I ended up finding some rocks, and I put all the rocks here to kind of just create this little channel, little mini creek for the water to run off. And it does keep going that way. So there's this little creek over here, and there's actually another little creek over there. It's real small, but it's just for water control. So the one on this side ends up over here, and this is a water drain from my right side roof downspout, which I think I showed that in a previous video. But all right, over here in this whole area, I cleared a bunch of the weeds and cut back a bunch of the brush, and I kept doing that all the way to the end tree over there. So I cleared all this here, and you may be saying it still looks sloppy. Yeah, it does still look sloppy, but it's cleared, and I'll come back to it to make it look better. 1 second. And back over here behind this brush, it's kind of hard to see, but there is a deeper creek there. It's got to be at least 4 or 5 feet deep, and it kind of goes that way to the back. So this creek kind of goes from up there down this way, and the water goes down that way. And whatever I do, I cannot get rid of this creek. It's got to stay there for water control. And then I cleared this area over here. And maybe today I might clear these weeds over here. So you may be saying to yourself, why bother clearing all those weeds and brush behind the trees? The reason why is because when you're back here at the house, and you're looking that way with all the weeds and brush cleared, it actually looks more open. So even though it's not perfectly neat, being that it's more open, it just feels better. It just looks better. It just gives you a better vibe. So that little area there, I might do that later today or tomorrow. And once that section is cleared, I'll do the left-hand side, which actually is going to be pretty easy. But that area in the back's taking a lot of work. All right, last thing I want to show you is the moose pit. And I finally got a real fire pit in there. Thank you, Amazon.com. That is a 36-inch fire pit. So last night I tried to do a little fire here, just to get it started, just to see how it looks. It looked pretty good. And that firewood I purchased from a guy right around the corner from me that all he does is sell firewood. Real nice guy. I gotta go back and get some more. So anyway, yeah, that's how it's looking. So yeah, the grass, I'll have to cut this grass just in general, but this grass, this is the original grass, is doing pretty good. I'm not going to worry too much as far as making it any better, but I'll cut this grass, cut that all back as far as between the trees, and it'll look a little bit nicer. And as far as work on the yard, that's all I'm doing for the time being. Maybe later in the year I'll do some bigger stuff. Thanks for watching.